I had written when I was thinking upon the first word of the Quran, Iqra, that every time we decide not to read, we die. So
Wow.
basically, our life and our growth depends upon reading. The
Wow.
moment we stop reading, we stop growing, we stop living. We die at the moment. Every time we refuse to read, we actually decide to die. So the beauty of this profession is I was asked this question in my interview when the Public Service Commission panelists and the experts, the professors of political science were taking my interview for the job. They knew that I had appeared in the mains examination of civil services and I had to face the interview of civil services also, because in the same day, I had come out of the mains examination paper on the one side and directly went into the interview. And they knew that I am in both the fields. And they asked me the question, what would you choose finally? I said, a million times I would be asked this question, I would choose higher education over administration. They said, what is the reason? I said, because I would be paid for studying throughout my life.
He is assistant professor. He is an amazing athlete. He is a brilliant orator. And the best of all, he is one of my dearest friends. Bande Zainulabdin, I welcome you in this episode of The Compass, The Way Forward. Thank you so much for accepting the invite.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for inviting me to this fantastic episode and considering me worth enough to be able to talk and have intellectual discourse with. And thank you for being so modest and introducing me with so much of praise, which I don't think I deserve or I'm worthy of, at least in comparison to you. Thank you very much.
You're worthy of more, dear Zan. मैं सबसे पहले आपसे जानना चाहूंगा because this is a series about students who जो अलग अलग professions में जाना चाहते हैं और उनको पता नहीं है insiders view क्या है professions के बारे में. मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ कि professor क्या होता है और ये teacher से educator से different कैसे होता है?
Professor, in the entire lineup of educational professions, professor is the pinnacle. There is no profession above a professor. हाँ, ये कोई सवाल बहुत important है कि एक टीचर में और एक प्रोफेसर में फर्क क्या होता है. Learning process, we consume knowledge which is available, which is created. But professors are the people who create knowledge. Now, it's a very big statement to make. Nobody can create knowledge. In that sense, literally people may misunderstand my statement that how can a human being create knowledge? What I'm trying to say is that human beings improve their knowledge consistently because they're very inquisitive and they indulge in investigations about themselves and about their surroundings. So human beings improve. That is what is called creativity. Professors are the people who who learn a lot and they reach a stage whereby everything they say has a level of authenticity. I mean, they profess, they can make claim, they are the experts of their field. And when I say that they create knowledge, basically their main job is to conduct research, whereby to bring to the light, to the fore, the hidden dimensions of the existing reality that we have.
Wow.
So
they bring okay, that's a beautiful statement. They bring hidden dimensions of reality to fore. That's a beautiful statement. And I would मैं इसमें आपसे एक और सवाल भी पूछना चाहता हूँ. एक स्टूडेंट के तरीके से मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कि अगर उनको ज़ैनुल आबदीन बांडे बनना है या एक असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर बनना है, अलग फील्ड का, ख्वाह वो, मुझे पता है एक लाइन ऑफ हमारा जो इंडिया में मैं देखता हूँ, एक लाइन है, एक तरीका है असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर बनने का. तो आपसे मैं जानना चाहता हूँ, अगर कोई इकोनॉमिक्स, पॉलिटिकल साइंस या कोई और सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाना चाहे, एक स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसेस क्या होगा उनके लिए असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर बनने का और फिर धीरे आगे जाके प्रोफेसर बनने का?
हाँ, अल्लाह करे कि जो ख्वाहिशमंद है असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर बनने का वो बने, ज़ैनुल आबिदीन ना बने. मुझ में जो गुनाह और ऐब हैं उनसे पाक नहीं, सब लोग मुझसे बेहतर बने. तो असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर हायर एजुकेशन में पहला स्टेप होता है और जिसने भी कोई भी डायरेक्टली प्रोफेसर बन नहीं सकता, पहले असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर बनता है, उसके बाद वो थोड़ा सीनियर हो जाता है, फिर वो एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर बनता है, उसके बाद वो प्रोफेसर बनता है और प्रोफेसर से ऊपर कुछ भी नहीं होता। तो एक तो तरीका स्कूल पास करके आप कॉलेज में जाते हैं, बैचलर्स करते हैं। बैचलर्स आप जिस तरह से जनरली हमारे यहाँ 3-4 कोर कोर्सेज होते हैं वो लेके की जाती है। उसके बाद फिर साथ में कुछ स्किल के कोर्सेज और कुछ ऑनरी कलेक्टिव कोर्सेज होते हैं वो भी लेते हैं, या कुछ लोग ऑनर्स करते हैं। उसके बाद एक स्पेसिफिक फील्ड सब्जेक्ट डिसिप्लिन में लोग मास्टर्स करते हैं। मास्टर्स करने के बाद वो एमफिल तो नई एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में खैर खत्म हुआ, लेकिन पॉलिसी कब इम्प्लीमेंट होगी दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग। आप एमफिल कर सकते हैं, फिर पीएचडी कर सकते हैं, या डायरेक्टली भी पीएचडी कर सकते हैं। उसके लिए आपको नेट क्वालिफाई करना पड़ता है। नेट से बेहतर है आप नेट के साथ में फेलोशिप अगर हासिल कर लें, जूनियर रिसर्च फेलोशिप मिल जाती है। अगर उसके बाद भी कंपटीशन रहा एक यूनिवर्सिटी में पीएचडी के लिए, डॉक्टर ऑफ फिलोसफी के लिए सीट मिलने के लिए, तो फिर आपको एक एंट्रेंस क्वालिफाई करना पड़ता है। और फाइनली जब आप पीएचडी करते हैं तो नॉर्मली जो आज हमारी जिंदगी का दस्तूर है कि एक आम आदमी के लगभग 26 साल तो जिंदगी के तालीम में लग ही जाते हैं। यहाँ पर मैं थोड़ी सी बात ये भी कहना चाहूंगा कि जो तालीम हम हासिल कर रहे हैं, जो पूरा का पूरा एजुकेशन सिस्टम का नेटवर्क है,
जी जी
इट्स होल पर्पस इज एम्प्लॉयमेंट। ये तालीम बराए माश है। ये इस तालीम का मकसद ये नहीं है कि इंसान अपनी समाजी जिंदगी और निजी जिंदगी में अपने मामलात कैसे बेहतर करे और अपनी जिंदगी बेहतर से बेहतर तरीके से कैसे जिए। जो इल्म का असल मकसद है, इल्म के हुसूल का असल मकसद है कि इंसान दिन ब दिन बेहतर से बेहतर हो जाए, उसके अखलाक इंप्रूव होते जाए। अब असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर या एजुकेशन या हायर एजुकेशन की फील्ड में इसलिए बहुत पसंद करता हूँ क्योंकि ये वाहिद वो फील्ड है जिसमें आपको एक अच्छी रिस्पेक्टेबल प्रोफेशन भी मिलता है, जॉब भी मिलती है, और आपका जिंदगी भर वाबस्तगी जो है वो इल्म के साथ रहती है।
जी जी
यानी कि आपकी इंटेलेक्चुअल ग्रोथ जो है वो स्टैग्नेट नहीं होती, यू कंटिन्यूअसली ग्रो। You know, once I had written when I was thinking upon the first word of the Quran, Iqra, that every time we decide not to read, we die. So
wow
basically, our life and our growth depends upon reading. The moment we stop reading, we stop growing, we stop living, we die at the moment. Every time we refuse to read, we actually decide to die. So the beauty of this profession is I was asked this question in my interview when the Public Service Commission panelists and the experts, the professors of political science were taking my interview for the job. They knew that I had appeared in the mains examination of civil services and I had to face the interview of civil services also, because in the same day I had come out of the mains examination paper on the one side and directly went into the interview. And they knew that I am in both the fields, and they asked me the question, what would you choose finally? I said, a million times I would be asked this question, I would choose higher education over administration. They said, what is the reason? I said, because I would be paid for studying throughout my life. Though that may not be the proper reality of the job we do under the Department of Higher Education, but that was what I used to think it would be. And
जस्ट
what
आपको यहाँ याद दिला दूं, एक बात याद दिला दूं मैं आपको। एक बार वी वेंट टू अ सीनियर, वन ऑफ द सीनियर मोस्ट ब्यूरोक्रेट्स ऑफ द स्टेट, तब एर्स्टाइल स्टेट। तो उनके ऑफिस में गए और आप तब शायद मेंस आप लिख रहे थे केएस का। और फिर वहां वो जो सीनियर ब्यूरोक्रेट, हु वाज एक्चुअली एन आईएएस ऑफिसर, लेट्स नॉट नेम हिम, उन्होंने आपको
yes,
बोला कि यहाँ क्या करने आ रहे हो, बेहतर है एजुकेशन में चले जाओ। So,
yes.
you are
And
an
that
epitome
is one of the most intelligent IAS officers we have seen.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। और वो अगर बता रहा है कि कहाँ से भाग के गोइंग टू एजुकेशन, और आप असल में बहुत एक्सेल भी किया आपने और एक्सेल आगे करेंगे भी। और शायद स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी बड़ी खुशनसीबी है कि जैन ब्यूरोक्रेट नहीं बना और एजुकेशन में आया, लोगों को इंस्पायर करेगा ज्यादा। मैं जानना चाहता हूं कि आपने एक डिफरेंस है, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग बैचलर्स करते हैं, मास्टर्स करते हैं, पीएचडी करते हैं, फिर लेकिन सभी दे डोंट एंड अप बीइंग गवर्नमेंट असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर्स और प्रोफेसर्स। ज्यादातर लोग नहीं कर पाते। तो इज देयर अ स्पेशल स्किल या स्पेशल कुछ ट्रेड्स या स्पेशल कोई ट्रेनिंग या कुछ स्पेशल किताबें पढ़ना या स्पेशल किस्म की मेहनत करना जिससे आपको एक एडवांटेज मिल सकता है बाद में, क्योंकि फील्ड तो ऑब्वियसली ऊपर बहुत ही ज्यादा कॉम्पिटिटिव हो गया है कॉलेज एजुकेशन में या यूनिवर्सिटी एजुकेशन में जाना।
देखें, basic requirement to become an assistant professor, the basic requirement, as you asked, in terms of special skills required or the qualifications, you have to be the best in qualifications you have. If you have a target and you want to achieve it, obviously you have to be the best in the field. Then only you can be an uncontested candidate in that. So you have to be the fittest and the best to be selected. And because very few people achieve that level of higher qualification first of all, and then in that high level of qualification the excellence required, because you're already among the finest of the people, you're already among the people who have the highest of qualification, then the competition, the nature of competition changes at that level, because at the pinnacle of qualifications you have to have the excellence which is not only different from others, it has to be better from others.
True.
जब भी हम किसी भी किस्म की तालीम हासिल करते हैं या कोई भी चीज पढ़ते हैं, उसका इल्म होना एक चीज होती है, उसका फहम होना एक अलग चीज होती है। चीजों का फहम होना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है। इट्स वेरी, हायर एजुकेशन इज नॉट मेनली अबाउट क्लासरूम टीचिंग। You ought to have a very in-depth and comprehensive understanding of things. There are two things required. First thing is you ought to have a very vast spectrum of knowledge about things, because disciplines are very vast. And speaking about a discipline like political philosophy, which has a range of subject matter from theory to philosophy to daily dynamic changes in the world, to international relations, to geopolitics, to foreign policy, you not only ought to have information and knowledge about a vast range of topics and subjects, you ought to have a very comprehensive, detailed, and understanding of all the things that you have learned. And over that, research is that one thing that adds to a very high level of your understanding. That's one thing. Over that, in order to become a teacher, one, and in order to become a professor, you ought to have the highest skills of communication and expression, because you have to make you should understand things by yourself first. There should be a realization of the things that you're teaching. It's not only that you know things and you're merely transferring them. You have to make your students feel what you are saying. You are not merely supposed to tell them what you know. It's not merely the transfer of information. You deal with knowledge here. You deal with things which are very deep. They ought to touch the, its philosophy has it in it. It introduces people to their own self in such a fashion that people do not remain the same.
True.
So,
यहाँ पे मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगा, जस्ट टू काइंड ऑफ थोड़ा सा और इलॉबरेट हो जाए वो चीज, कि यहाँ जो हमारे जो लोकल कॉलेजेस हैं विद इन द यूटी, कश्मीर यूनिवर्सिटी है या जम्मू यूनिवर्सिटी है या बाकी यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, सो जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग, जो कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव अंडरस्टैंडिंग की बात कर रहे हैं, वो यहाँ पे हम हासिल कर सकते हैं? डू वी हैव गुड इनफ कॉलेजेस एंड यूनिवर्सिटीज कि हमें कभी बाहर की यूनिवर्सिटीज में या इंडिया से बाहर की यूनिवर्सिटीज में रजू करना पड़ेगा टू हैव अ बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ अ सब्जेक्ट? तो हमारे जो सुनने वाले हैं, देखने वाले हैं, आप उनको क्या सजेस्ट करेंगे कि अगर वो आर्ट्स सब्जेक्ट्स में, जैसे पॉलिटिकल साइंस, इकोनॉमिक्स या बाकी हिस्ट्री ऐसे सब्जेक्ट्स में स्टडीज करना चाहते हैं, तो शुड दे स्टडी हियर, या उनकी प्रेफरेंस होनी चाहिए कि बाहर किसी अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी जैसे JNU है, जामिया मिलिया इस्लाम है, मैंने सुना है अच्छा पढ़ाते हैं, या और भी बाकी यूनिवर्सिटीज होंगी जो आप सजेस्ट भी कर सकते हैं, या इंडिया से बाहर कहीं और पे स्कॉलरशिप्स लेके या कोई और तरीके से जाएं और वहां पे पढ़ाई करें? What do you suggest? आपको क्या लगता है इसमें?
Look, obviously, there is a tradition of studies at different places in this world. If you talk about a university like the Harvard or London School of Economics and Political Science, then obviously in the entire Indian subcontinent or in the rest of the world, you will hardly have a parallel where the excellence and the level of education that is existing in LSE or Harvard exists anywhere in the world. So obviously, that would be the best thing that could happen to any student who would go there. And it's not only the studies in the classroom that matter. The entire climate, the entire work culture and study culture of those places has the tradition of hundreds of years of excellence. And they are the best universities and institutes of the world. So obviously they are the best places for studying. But it is not necessary that every person who goes to such higher institutions becomes an excellent person or becomes a master and an expert of the discipline. That doesn't matter merely on the institutions. It also depends upon the person who goes to study there. Now, it is possible that a person who has the privilege to go to an institution like Harvard or LSE, but the person has not that level of dedication or excellence in the personage, then a person who is not able to go there but stays back in India or for that matter in Jammu Kashmir, but has that level of urge and dedication and hard work beats talent when the talent doesn't work hard. That's a fact. So the problem with our, with our country or with our unique territory is that, I mean, like, I won't complain about it, but that's the way it is because we are a growing nation. We are a growing country. It's not like we have matured as a developed nation. Like I'm an assistant professor. More than teaching is one thing that we do regularly without any compromising, but research gets compromised. And if elections come up, we have to perform our duties as magistrates. If situations like COVID come up, we have to perform our duties as nodal officers. And then if you look at and then the demands of people are like, everybody is demanding a college in their locality. Colleges are not PHCs or primary schools that can be opened everywhere. There are institutions of higher education. I'm not saying it because I don't want to go to a village or to any other thing. The point is, if LSE has the best exposure available or the best level of teaching available, and people aspire to go there, those who are not able to reach there, they at least dream of going to JNU or Jamia Millia. Now, Jamia Millia and JNU have a history of excellence. No other university in India can offer you better education in humanities and social sciences than Jamia Millia and JNU. And it's not an exaggeration, it's a statement of fact. Now, whether that should have been the situation or not is a subjective question. We are talking about here as a statement of fact. Now, whether our colleges are good enough for this, I would say our colleges are not bad enough for making ourselves capable to become an assistant professor for any job. Whether they are good enough depends upon us. It's like, what do people want? If they desire something, they ought to deserve something. If they desire to make their colleges, the colleges that we have in our localities as the knowledge hubs, then we have to impart quality in it. We have to be very sincere about all these things. We are not sincere about the colleges that we have here. And unfortunately, higher education is one such field, especially in a place like Jammu Kashmir, which doesn't get the attention which it deserves. A college should be a place, suppose if there's a college in a district, this college should be a center from where all the policy planning or research is done for the development of a district. Now, what happens?
So, यहाँ पे they become those degree minting machines बन गई हैं colleges. इसमें एक चीज है जैन मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ जो बिल्कुल students को मद्देनजर रख के मैं आपको जब से जानता हूँ and in fact we also met in a college festival.
Yes.
और जिस तरीके का ये it's more of a personal question than a general one. So I saw you participating in competitions, debates, symposia वगैरह, and you have won competitions across ना ही state level की, national level की, आपने अपनी university को represent किया है बहुत जगहों पे. Does that have an impact? आप जो exposure की बात करते हैं, उससे कितना असर पड़ा आपका जो हदफ था, आपका जो goal था to become, to go into, teaching, to go into this line, उससे कुछ फर्क पड़ा भी कि नहीं? लोग कभी-कभी क्या हो जाता है, हम अपने बच्चों को बताते हैं क्या दरबदरी में आप इन्वॉल्व हो रहे हैं, so better studies ही सब कुछ है. So does do co-curricular activities जो ये सारी आप करते थे अपने टाइम पे, did they help you become who you are right now?
Oh, sir, it has a huge impact. I would say the impact of anything can be defined by the way you approach it. The way people think of all these co-curricular activities is very different. We have a very conservative perception of education. What we think of education is desk study. That you sit on a table and a chair and you read books and that's study. No, if you look at a tree and you try to find out what is going on there, that's like reading a book. That's like reading an original book. If you look at a mountain or if you look at a forest, it can give you that sense of an environmentalist that a book cannot give you. So we have a very conservative attitude towards, the way studies happen. Look, in my case, I would say I have reaped so much of benefits from debates, symposiums, quiz competitions, youth parliaments, that I would say I have learned much more in all these competitions than in the classrooms. If I'm able to speak to you and I have a certain level of communication skill and the skill of expressing myself or whatever I have in my mind and my heart in a language which is not my native. So it's a huge competition, it's a huge contribution that I have derived from all the debate competitions. Now, what had happened was like, even debate competitions or symposia or quiz that happen in our places are like, you prepare a 5-minute presentation, you fake up yourself about a topic. I approach it in a very different style. I considered every debate competition as an opportunity to learn a different thing.
Wow.
So it was not like that I have to prepare for 5 minutes and I have to prepare a presentation. It became my natural style of speaking. I was not preparing for anything. The only thing I used to do was I was studying about things. I was studying about things from the original sources. Now, suppose I have won around 70 first prizes throughout my bachelor's and master's. Now, it gave me information about 70 different topics, to be specific, and hundreds of topics and terms which were allied and associated with those topics that I had studied. Now, what happens when a student participates in a quiz competition is that if there's a quiz competition, after a week, a student starts to take up all the general knowledge books and starts preparing for a quiz competition. You do not become a quiz master by taking out books of general knowledge for 7 days. It's a general process. You keep on learning things. You read a newspaper, you open up a magazine, you open up internet to learn about something. You try to open up different sources like internet and Google to search about different sources. That's how knowledge gets accumulated in your mind, and then it helps. 7 days of work prior to a quiz competition does not make you a smart guy to win a quiz competition. You may win a quiz competition at a school level or a college level because everybody is preparing in the same fashion. But when you really look at the quiz competitions the way they happen at the global scale, you will realize that we are not even 1% prepared for that. In my life, I have reaped a lot of benefit from all these debate competitions. Now, the point was like in my case also, everybody was thinking, okay, fine, so what? He is the best debater, so what? So he wins the quiz competition, so what? He wins all the declamation contests, he has even won many national awards, so what? What about the career? They were saying, what have you done? You did masters, but have you achieved any job? Have you qualified any examination? The point is, first of all, knowledge has to do with your development of the self, development of the mind, heart, and soul. That's the primary thing. Now, look, suppose, for example, take an example of IAS. Every year, 1,000 people become IAS officers, but 5 lakh people apply.
True.
And thousands of them reach the mains examination. Are we trying to tell that only 1,000 people were capable of becoming IAS officers? No, it was only possible that only 1,000 could become. They would have been many capable of becoming officers, but because the opportunity, the window was only this much, that only 1,000 could become. Take a lot of stress. You think that if my competitor or my batchmate is studying 5 hours a day, I need to study 6 hours a day to be better than him. That's not the approach which makes you successful. If you think that my classmate is studying for 10 hours a day, I would study for 14 hours a day and I would be more successful than that. That's not how people become successful. It really, we have reached that level of consciousness and understanding where we know that if somebody is spending more hours in the library or at the desk reading books, that does not make it qualify better than you. So I would even say quality in study matters a lot. You have to be healthy physically, you have to be healthy mentally. If you take a lot of stress in studying, it's going to be of no benefit at all. You have to be at peace and at ease in your mind.
इसमें मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगा कि आप आपके प्रोफेशन के बारे में what is it that, you know, obviously there are lots of things that you love about your profession, and obviously आपके जो co-curricular activities, जो बाकी चीजों हैं, बाकी चीजें हैं, they've helped you and they are constantly helping you. क्लासरूम में जा रहे हैं, so आप constantly in touch हैं बच्चों के साथ, उनको पढ़ा रहे हैं, वो सारे आपके जो जितने भी skills आपने over the course of time दिए हैं, so they are helping you out in one way or the other. So one of the things that we need to tell हमारे जो जवान लड़के लड़कियां हैं जो अभी करियर्स में जा रहे हैं, कि अपने कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स पे काम करें, करते रहें जब तक आप इम्प्रूव ना। इसमें मैं जानना चाहूंगा आपसे जैन कि व्हाट इज दैट वन थिंग यू हेट अबाउट योर प्रोफेशन? लाइक की तो ठीक है, हमने बात कर दी, सो इज देयर एनीथिंग दैट यू डू नॉट लाइक अबाउट बीइंग अ प्रोफेसर?
The
एंड
only thing
ब्रीफली।
that yeah, no, I would be very honest about it and bluntly truthful. The only thing that I dislike about my profession is that I'm not supposed to do what I'm supposed to do. Like
Okay.
my only job should have been teaching and performing research. Teaching is we do, but we are not able to perform research, and that's not because we do not want to perform research. That's because the circumstances for us are like that we are not able to perform research.
Say.
We don't have
This
sources for research. We don't have space for research. We don't have the study work and the study and climate study culture like that. And over that, the kind of responsibilities we are supposed to perform, I think I perform my job as a multi-purpose clerk than a professor.
Wow.
I mean, if we have to improve the business of the construction of knowledge, if we have to improve our surroundings and our lives, we have to think creatively to improve our knowledge.
इसमें मैं जानना चाहूंगा जैन, मतलब जस्ट टू गिव एन आइडिया टू आवर ऑडियंस कि एक रेंज ऑफ सैलरी, क्योंकि बहुत सारा डिबेट होता है और मैं चाहता हूं हमारे इस प्रोग्राम के जरिए लोगों को एक रियल एनालिसिस पता चले कि कौन लोग कितने पैसे कमाते हैं, या मतलब कितनी उनकी लाइफ आसान हो जाती है वंस दे आर इन अ पर्टिकुलर प्रोफेशन। आपसे मैं आपकी सैलरी नहीं पूछूंगा, बट आई वांट अ रेंज, यू नो, जब एक इंसान जब एक इंसान असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर बनता है, उससे लेकर जब वो प्रोफेसर रिटायर होता है, आज के हिसाब से जो करंट हमारा सिनेरियो है, how much does a professor, you know, earn?
Look, professors, the salary of professors, I'm not talking about my salary as an assistant professor. A professor's salary is about 2 lakh rupees in the current system. It goes even about 2.5 lakhs, maybe that's 3. So we have a very fairly good range of salary. And at times the officials in the higher education department or these professors in higher education are envied for the kinds of salaries that they are getting. But I'll tell you, if you think from their perspective, इसमें भी गुजारा नहीं होता।
नहीं, गुजारा किसी में नहीं होता। Then I completely करते हैं, बहुत सारे लोगों को फॉलो करते हैं। Are there any special people, हाँ, आपके जो जितने भी फॉलो जिन लोगों को आप करते हैं, उनमें से जो आप चाहते हैं कि बाकी लोग भी उनको फॉलो करें, रेगुलरली उनके ट्वीट्स या पोस्ट पढ़ें या उनकी वीडियोस देखें यूट्यूब या बाकी चैनल्स पे?
देखें, पहली चीज मैं ये समझता हूँ कि अभी एज अ सिविलाइजेशन हम लोग उस मकाम पर पहुंचे ही नहीं कि जहां पर हम सोशल मीडिया का एक प्रोडक्टिव यूज कर पाए। अनफॉर्चुनेटली सोशल मीडिया का सबसे बड़ा जो इफेक्ट मैं देखता हूँ, मैं पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव इफेक्ट की बात नहीं करता हूँ, इट हैज ब्रॉट डिप्रेशन इनटू द लाइव्स ऑफ अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल, and people who have made it the source of their information, the biggest drawback it has that there is no authenticity and veracity of any information that you get from social media. Now, the other point is like, if you want to follow people like Noam Chomsky, people who are authorities in their fields. What you can follow is the authentic portals of magazines and journals who do real study work. But again, I would say, we should not make social media as the source of knowledge and information about us. We should only think of social media as a tool of communication, because it can never replace the authentic source of information and knowledge.
Is there any special advice that you would want to give to our audience? This is going to be my last question, so we'll wind it up after that.
The advice, look, I cannot give advice to people. The only advice I would say is that you should perform what you know. हमारे माशरे में आज की डेट में लोग बहुत कुछ जानते हैं, लेकिन जानने के बावजूद हमारी जिंदगियों में इतना तजाद है कि जो इल्म हम रखते हैं उस पर हम अमल नहीं करते। और अल्लाह क़यामत के दिन 5 बुनियादी सवालों में से एक सवाल ये भी पूछेंगे कि जो इल्म मैंने तुमको दिया था उसमें तुमने अमल कितना किया। एक चीज, because I am an assistant professor and my field is the field of higher education and my association is with knowledge, we should change our approach towards knowledge. The way we approach it, the way we move towards knowledge shall be different. हमारे यहाँ तालीम का मकसद तालीम बराए माश है। हमारे निज़ाम में जिस किस्म का करिकुलम सिलेबस फ्रेम होता है वो इस हिसाब से होता है कि जो निज़ाम को मुलाजिम जरूरत है मुख्तलिफ काम करने के लिए वो उस हिसाब से होता है। लेकिन इल्म जो है वो हमारा पेट भरने के लिए नहीं है सिर्फ, वो हमारी रूह की ग़िज़ा है जो हमको एक महज़िब इंसान, तहज़ीब याफ्ता इंसान, एक अच्छा इंसान बनाता है। मैं अच्छा पॉलिटिकल साइंटिस्ट बनूं, मैं अच्छा इकोनॉमिस्ट बनूं, मैं अच्छा डॉक्टर बनूं, ये बाद की बात है। पहले मैं एक अच्छा इंसान बनूं, ये बहुत अहम चीज है। एक अच्छा इंसान बनने के लिए इंसान को इल्म की जरूरत होती है। और दूसरी चीज कलाम, जुबान, लैंग्वेज। हम लोग ख्वाब भी जुबान के बगैर, लैंग्वेज के बगैर नहीं देख सकते। लैंग्वेज इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। इफ वी इंप्रूव आवर लैंग्वेजेस, that will not only make us improve our communications, हमारी जिंदगी के आधे से ज्यादा मसाइल सुलझ जाएंगे अगर हम अपने कलाम को सुधार देंगे। हर शख्स आज की डेट में ये समझता है कि हमें सब मालूम है और हर शख्स अपना इमाम खुद बना हुआ है। हम ये समझते ही नहीं है कि हम गलत हो सकते हैं, हम ये समझते ही नहीं है कि दूसरा आदमी सही हो सकता है। हमारे यहाँ हमारी पर्सनल और सोशल लाइफ इस हद तक बदतहजीब हो गई है कि इज्जत नफ्स, ह्यूमन डिग्निटी हम सिर्फ अपनी समझते हैं और उनकी समझते ही नहीं। इंसान को इल्म बेहतर बनाता है उसके गुफ्तार में भी और उसके किरदार में। जिस इल्म की तासीर से हमारा किरदार और हमारा गुफ्तार बेहतर ना बने तो हमें समझ लेना चाहिए कि हम इल्म से अभी दूर हैं। और इल्म होना और फहम होना दो मुख्तलिफ चीजें हैं। हुज़ूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने जो हमको दुआ सिखाई उसमें उन्होंने हमको फहम की तलब सिखाई। कुरान का इल्म और कुरान का फहम दो मुख्तलिफ चीजें हैं। इसी तरह से किसी भी शोबे का इल्म है, किसी भी फील्ड का नॉलेज है, उसका इल्म होना एक चीज है और उसका इदराक और उसका फहम होना दूसरी चीज है।
बिल्कुल, ये खूबसूरत आपने लाइन बोली, इल्म और फहम अलग अलग चीजें हैं। हम इसी खूबसूरत लाइन से इस इंटरेक्शन का इख्तिताम करते हैं, खत्म करते हैं इंटरेक्शन, इस उम्मीद के साथ कि आपसे दोबारा मिलेंगे, आपसे बहुत सारी बातें करनी है। थैंक यू सो मच ज़ैन, इतना वक्त निकालने के लिए हमारे लिए। थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर बीइंग पार्ट ऑफ दिस होल प्रोसेस।
आई एम ग्रेटफुल, मैं आपका शुक्रगुजार हूँ कि आपने मेरे दिन में हसीन पल मुझे दिए जहाँ पर हम कुछ इंटेलेक्चुअल डिस्कोर्स में इंडल्ज कर पाए। मेरी भी जरा जहनी कसरत हो गई, जहनी नशोनुमा मुझे भी मिली और मेरी खुशकिस्मती है कि आपने मुझे इस काबिल समझा कि मैं आपके साथ एक प्लेटफॉर्म शेयर करके कुछ ऐसी बात कर सकूं जो शायद लोगों को नफा बख्श सके।
थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच ज़ैन।
थैंक यू वेरी मच, आई एम ग्रेटफुल, थैंक यू।